Hello and welcome to this special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Throughout this year, we have brought you stories that gave information about all that is happening in Montgomery County. Today, we take you on a journey through some of those stories that defined 2017. We will begin with gang violence. It's been on the rise here in our region, and that's why authorities have taken swift action to help fight these crimes. Susan Kennedy brought us that story.
A host of county officials gathered this week for a joint announcement on how newly approved funds will be used to fight a spike in gang activity here in Montgomery County, including the establishment of a new gang unit.
This centralized unit will target leadership structures in Montgomery County through proactive investigation techniques, including extensive grand jury investigations, monitoring of social media, and the use of wiretaps.
Additional detectives are going to be assigned to the neighborhoods, to the communities where the gang violence is occurring, where gang members typically operate. Our gang problems are actually very specific in specific areas, and that's where we will assign the detectives that we're getting with this additional resources.
Law enforcement officials say between 2000 and 2015, there were approximately 2 gang murders per year. Since 2015, there have been close to 20.
The Montgomery County Council, Roger Berliner.
Council President Roger Berliner says he and his colleagues are committed to doing whatever it takes to eliminate gang violence here.
These criminals commit acts of unspeakable violence. They prey on our youth. They have caused immeasurable pain and suffering for too many of our good people who have come to our community for a chance at a better life. There is no place for them in Montgomery County. And our council is committed to an all-around, comprehensive approach to combating this scourge on our community.
County leaders say they will continue to work closely with federal agencies on gang-related issues, but want to be proactive in getting ahead of potential gang activity. The announcement also included the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the schools and law enforcement. Much of the new funding will be used in the schools for outreach to teenagers who are being targeted for gangs.
And there's no better place to address this than to address this in the schools. This is where kids feel disconnected. This is where the kids are struggling with their identity and their place in the community. And this is the place for us to have a presence.
County leaders say this collaboration across all agencies will give them the best chance at identifying and prosecuting these gang members who pose an imminent threat to the community. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
This year, a bilingual police academy was established to reach out to Hispanic County residents. We went to the Public Safety Training Academy to check out one of those classes and found out that Police Chief Tom Manger was teaching and even speaking some Spanish.
Un gran placer para mí de desearles.
Breaking the ice in Spanish, a big welcome from the police chief. 50 Hispanic County residents have registered for the Police Academy, which focuses on building trust and confidence between police and residents.
As everyone knows, there's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the community. So we're actually very pleased to have members of our Spanish-speaking community here to talk about the police and talk about the relationship that the police have with the community. So I think it's a great opportunity for the Montgomery County Police Department to put some of the fears to rest and to make sure that people understand that we are here to help them.
The Police Academy for Hispanic Community was created as an additional outreach program to the fast-growing Hispanic community in the county, which is almost 20%. During the 15-week-long program, participants are exposed to a full curriculum that begins with the basics of knowing police districts and the 4 assistant chiefs, and culminates with a graduation.
They learn, first of all, the restrictions of the law that the police are submitted to, in terms of First Amendment and Fourth Amendment. For instance, they learn about traffic law. They learn that there are so many accidents of pedestrians that could be avoided if people would really obey the law. They learn that alcohol can kill more than actual guns if you are drunk and you drive a car. They also get to meet our canine section, and then they get to try out themselves how they would react, how they would use force in several different scenarios.
The only requirements to participate are to reside in Montgomery County and be over 18 years of age. Sessions take place every Thursday evening until completion of the program. For more information, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/police. And the city of Tacoma Park made history by electing a majority female city council. Here is that story.
I'm looking forward to this next council. We have 3 years together, which is more than the 2 years that we normally have on our city councils. I think there's going to be a lot of work that this council inherits from former councils. We have our library renovation, the Tacoma Junction redevelopment, putting in place our racial equity framework, our affordable housing and economic development strategic plan. This is actually our second time in the city history that we have a majority of women on our city council. In addition to just having a majority of women, we also have a number of younger members. I think Councilmember Mail mentioned tonight that when he first got on the City Council in 2011, he was the youngest member by quite a bit, and we've really changed that over the years.
I ran for City Council because I really care about the community, and I've lived here for the past 7 years. I've watched some of the actions of the council in the past, and I've been really excited by some of the things that they've done and some of the things that people have brought up as possible issues or things to work on in the future, and I wanted to take a chance to work on those.
I have this desire to serve my community, this desire to serve as an example for the youth in Ward 6, and really feel that I could make a change, and so that's why I decided to throw my hat in the ring, and I'm excited about the possibilities now that I'm elected.
The energy and enthusiasm in this election was awesome, and I think one of the first challenges is how do we continue to engage you all and provide opportunities for you to continue to participate in our local democracy.
The 16-year-olds voting is clearly the biggest thing, but we also listened to residents and we passed a law that restricts lawn pesticides. We kept taxes pretty much stable, for 6 years, and yet we still expanded services.
It was a privilege to serve people in Tacoma Park, and it's real politics where if you want to really make an impact in your community, there's nothing like local politics. So that's what this position has taught me, and I'm better for having done it, and I'm going to really miss it.
When we come back, this year a new science building opened doors at Montgomery College. And commuters got some relief along Route 355. Ride On Extra was launched this fall. County Report this week, special edition, returns after this.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Thank you for staying tuned to this special edition of County Report this week. I'm Lorna, Virgili, and we're showcasing the events that made 2017 such an amazing year. It was a good year at Montgomery College. A partnership with the county helped open doors to a new state-of-the-art science center. MCTV has the story.
2017 marked the completion of the Montgomery College Science Center West. This new state-of-the-art building boasts many modern laboratories, classrooms, and innovative learning opportunities while enhancing college life. After many years of collaboration between Montgomery County officials, college faculty, staff, and students, this vision has come to a spectacular fruition.
This
building is a manifestation of the ultimate partnership. We have the state-of-the-art facilities now that will allow our students to have classroom spaces that meet their needs as adults, but also have study spaces in hallways, have spaces where faculty members can work directly with students in different ways. But most importantly, I think it's the ultimate reflection of a county investment in an institution that they know is making a difference in our community.
Montgomery County has been a partner in working with you and supporting you. It has done so. It has done so because we recognize the importance of the college.
We have supported Montgomery College in providing funds so that people can have the training they need to get the jobs that are available today. There are thousands of jobs available today, and our students just need the skills necessary to get them.
Well, what it really does is it represents an opportunity for the future. Not just for Montgomery County, but for Montgomery County residents and outside who come to this institution of higher learning to really further their career pathways.
I like to say that Montgomery College is the most relevant community college in the country because we have long-term established partnerships, we have deep connections with the community that we serve, we have faculty and staff who are doing phenomenal work in the classroom and supporting students in their learning, but most importantly, we have students who expect high standards from us and we're meeting it every step of the way.
Since 1946, Montgomery College has provided the educational needs for students of Montgomery County. Montgomery College, in partnership with the county government, endeavors to grow and evolve to continue its mission of providing world-class education as evidenced by the Science Center West. For County Report This Week, I'm Stan Jones.
Ride On Extra, a new service aimed to alleviate traffic congestion along Route 355, was officially established. And when the bus fleet was launched, there was a ribbon-cutting ceremony. My MC Media's Mitty Hicks has more information on what riders can expect.
Less stops and more go. That's what these bright green and silver extra buses are all about. After roughly 2 years of planning, you'll catch them along Route 355.
This gives people an opportunity to travel up and down Rockville Pike at an expressway. We only have 12 stops running from Lake Forest Mall down to Medical Center. So it gives opportunities for individuals to avoid using their car and getting on the bus.
Yes, you heard that right. Just 12 stops instead of 80. This service aims to alleviate traffic congestion on what county leaders call one of the busiest corridors. And if you're wondering where the extra bus gets its name, it's because of the extra features this bus has compared to a regular one. For example, there's more cushion in the seats for extra comfort. There's Wi-Fi equipped on this bus. And look here, there's a USB port, so you can charge your phone or tablet on your ride. But there's more to this bus. These added windows and 8 cameras help to ensure pedestrian safety, and the new infotainment screens keep passengers updated along the route.
Yeah, the students wanted to use it for their own personal satisfaction, but it's designed to display information to passengers, to riders, on what we do in our service, what we do at transit services, and display information on the schedules of the buses.
I think it's phenomenal, to have those buses that's going to alleviate like traffic and all of those things, and to get more people out.
The buses only run during peak hours.
It's 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon, 5:30 to 9:30, 3:30 to 7:30.
It will cost $2 a trip starting in November, which is the same price as the regular buses. In Gaithersburg, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Also on transportation news, there is hope for commuters who travel the heavily congested Route 29 corridor. The plans for a bus rapid transit system made huge progress this year. Susan Kennedy got the council's reaction.
The idea of BRT is to move passengers more efficiently using a high-frequency service that operates like light rail. The council has tentatively agreed with the county executive's budget request for $7.5 million to proceed with BRT on Route 29. That funding, paired with a grant from the federal government, will help get the project moving.
It's a good sign that we met the federal standard, and it'll get us money to start working on the upper part of the corridor, particularly above New Hampshire Avenue. But the tight and constrained, the real challenges are crossing New Hampshire Avenue and then going south into Silver Spring. So it gives us some flexibility and funds to begin, and then we're going to have to address how we go from there.
We're going to retain, and we're going to see a lot of the elements of what would be, the most desirable BRT option. I mean, you will still have, level boarding, you will still have off-board fare collection, you have stations with canopies, there will also be queue jumping for these buses, as well as green light extension in intersections, and that within itself, I think it's so important, because that is what provides the smooth, ride. And when they did the analysis to see whether dedicated lanes made a huge difference, it really didn't. And but what made a big difference was the cost. And so this is why this hybrid option is really important.
The name for the BRT system is Flash, and the designs are ready. County authorities have unveiled what the preliminary bus stations will look like, and it is a state-of-the-art. Solar panels will power those stations for lighting. There will be benches under canopies, video screens to show the next bus arrival, and public art will adorn the stations. BRT is a 13.5-mile project between Burtonsville and downtown Silver Spring, set to open in 2020. It will be the first bus rapid transit system in Maryland. For more information, go to getonboardbrt.com. When we come back, also this year, a STEM summit was held in Silver Spring, and hundreds of youth were in attendance. Plus, 4 MCPS elementary schools got to plant rain gardens. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Let's get moving, Montgomery County. The Move More Montgomery 100-mile challenge is back. That's 1 mile a day for 100 days. Walk, jog, or run a mile for 100 days, or participate in 20 minutes of continuous physical activity. It all counts, and this challenge is for everyone, no matter what your fitness level is. Now make it official by registering online. The challenge officially takes place from January 24th through May 4th. Let's get moving, Montgomery County.
Welcome back to this end of the year special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna, Virgili, and we're bringing you the stories that made headlines this year. One of those was the dedication of Halle Wells Middle School in Clarksburg. Here's that story.
1, 2, and 3.
It was a day of celebration as the Clarksburg community officially dedicated the opening of Halle Wells Middle School.
The need for this school was so apparent and so obvious, and it is so wonderful that it's here now and that it is built to serve the students that are in it, to welcome the 8th graders, and to potentially expand in the future for more need.
The day was full of musical performances from students in the band, jazz ensemble, orchestra, and chorus. One group previewed the school's production of Annie Jr.
I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you.
Dignitaries from throughout the county spoke about the new school and its community.
I'm really happy to see that the Wells family partnered with our MNCPPC, partnered with local government and our state elected officials to actually bring something like this beautiful building to fruition.
We tried to fuse the environments outside of school into the school. So as we look to design the furniture and those sorts of things inside the building, we've got stand-up desks and environments where kids can sit in a way that maybe they would do at their own house in the living room. Kids like that. They find it a fun place to come, and they're able to relax and learn at the same time.
Like all the friends and teachers, they're all like amazing and nice. And I just enjoy coming here every day.
The music program is just amazing. We have a great teacher.
The building is named for a longtime Clarksburg resident who donated her farmland to the community.
Children seemed to migrate to Aunt Halle. She had the spirit that children could feel. Words cannot express how honored and how humbled she would be to inspire the future through the youth of today at Halle Wells Middle School. Thank you.
Science, tech, engineering, and math programs inspired learning and innovation. STEM Summit held this year brought together scientific minds of all ages.
The STEM Summit had the corridors of the Silver Spring Civic Center literally buzzing with activity. Dozens turned out to find out more about why science, technology, engineering, and math are the subjects that may be the most important for kids to learn now.
There's a lot going on with STEM in the county, but I think what the opportunity, the need is to kind of bring it all together and talk about how we can do a lot more.
Okay, ready?
And you get the right people excited and working together, we can really take it to the next level. That's exciting. Are you going to be competing in the race?
This team of students from Wheaton High School is a part of the 1080 Racing Challenge. This is a NASCAR STEM initiative where students use radio-controlled cars to learn about engineering and design.
We do a lot of different things to optimize the car to the way we like. We do things such as changing wheels and batteries.
And these Walt Whitman students came with a fully functioning robot they built from scratch.
This is a robot that we designed for a high school robotics competition. Essentially, they give us a special game that robots are supposed to play every single year, and we have 6 weeks to create a robot to play that game. So this robot was designed from just nothing, from an idea. We analyzed the game, we created a strategy, and we designed a robot for that strategy, and then we had to build it in 6 weeks, and this is the product of the last 6 weeks of work.
I didn't actually know about robotics at all until I came to high school, and I really wish I'd known about it in elementary school and middle school. So I think it's important for younger kids to learn about robotics and see if they're interested in that.
The program also included 2 panel discussions with various experts and officials from around the region who discussed laying out a vision for STEM education and how to best implement those ideas.
Students in the program had the opportunity to build RC cars and submarine vehicles, and were being taught general principles in engineering and math throughout the program.
I think this stuff is so cool. It's creating the future, yeah.
Not sure if it's coming back.
In Silver Spring, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Yes! Yes, still in!
And local students got their hands dirty creating rain gardens. Now 4 MCPS elementary and middle schools are helping to protect the environment.
When you get your gloves on, you want to gently lift up the plant that you see right next to the hole and gently put the plant into the hole and cover it over with some earth with your hands. And then with the shovel you can kind of pack it down around the plant.
This is not just a lesson on planting. It is the final touches of the installation of a bioretention garden at Strathmore Elementary School. County Executive Ike Leggett had to put on gloves for this one and joined 5th graders in the completion of a project that started during the summer.
When it rains, where's that water going to run off?
Lessons learned in the classroom about stormwater management and reducing environmental impact translated into a rain garden that will protect streams behind 4 schools. 3 middle schools, Argyle, Newport Mill, and Sligo, along with Strathmore Elementary, participated in the installation of rain gardens at each school.
It really builds on the learning of the students and the fact that they really need to understand what they need to do to help the world. So how do you go from the learning to making an impact as they become adults and responsible citizens?
The garden collects rainwater from school rooftops and parking lots. A pipe runs across the field and diverts the water to the garden. Plants absorb the water, reducing the flow and pollutants that reach the Anacostia and Rock Creek watersheds and ultimately the Chesapeake Bay.
Thank Dr. Smith, Principal Nelson, but more importantly, all of our students. Thank you for that wonderful poem. It really reflected a great deal of learning on your part. We are excited about what you are doing and excited about the learning experiences. So we're going to cut. We'll call for 3, 2, 1, cut.
The county's Department of Environmental Protection and Montgomery County Public Schools constructed the projects at a cost of $1.7 million.
It's just to the benefit of the environment and the local water quality in Montgomery County. And the intersection of the environment and the kids is something we've all got to focus on. The kids can teach us a lot. And I think it also gives them an insight into future jobs for them in the environmental arena.
For more information on stormwater management, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/DEP. Coming up on this special edition of County Report this week, the city of Rockville took huge steps to prepare young scholars to become future leaders. Stay with us. We will be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Welcome back to the Best of County Report this week. Our show today highlights some of the stories that touched us in 2017. In Rockville, the leaders of today had a chance to meet and talk with the leaders of tomorrow. Here is that story.
A Julius West Middle School history teacher is working to change history by bridging the achievement gap among Latino and African American students with his Jaguar Scholars Leadership Program.
The goal of the program is to come up with a project that's going to address the achievement gap that we see between African American and Latino students and their white and Asian counterparts. And so what can be done in the classroom to support them?
Over 30 high-achieving students are part of his program and recently got a chance to go one-on-one with local officials to talk about leadership and government here at Rockville City Hall.
They're in tune, they're smart, they want to be engaged, and they really want to know where the country's going, where they can make a difference.
And according to these little scholars, they know that this program can help them stay on the path to success.
We had questions earlier, and a few people talked about the achievement gap and about closing the achievement gap, and that's what we are trying to do, so that's why I chose this group.
I think it's a great opportunity for myself to help others and just to help myself be a part of the greater good.
I chose to be a member of the Jaguar Scholars because it presents multiple opportunities to become a better leader and become more involved in the community, and I think that's excellent.
Rockville 11 will be following the Jaguar Scholars as they continue to work toward closing the achievement gap and building a bridge to a brighter future. For County Report this week, I'm Kathy Dantzler.
Teen Court celebrated its 20th anniversary this year. My MC Media's Mitty Hicks reports.
Everyone in the courtroom will please stand up and raise your right hand.
It's a unique judicial program in Montgomery County that utilizes peer pressure from teens to help juvenile offenders learn from their mistakes.
A teacher notified security that she left her classroom leaving her cell phone on her desk and returned 3 minutes later to find it gone.
Teen Court was created back in 1997, where first and second time juvenile offenders are tried in court by their peers. Today, they're celebrating 20 years in the community.
It's a program that has shown success year in and year out. Over 5,000 cases heard, children given a second chance when they've committed nonviolent offenses.
As a result of a guilty plea, juvenile offenders appear at a sentencing hearing conducted by a judge and teenage jurors who determine what the offender needs.
40 hours of community service, one number of evenings for jury duties. The reason for the disposition is as follows.
And teenage jurors are all volunteers who live right here in Montgomery County.
Being on a teen court and kind of hearing these cases puts you in a position where you feel like you are taking responsibility for your community and your peers, and you're kind of actively involved in that. So that's kind of the first reason why I think it's important, is that it kind of builds that sense of responsibility.
It's such a great experience. It's important that
teens get a second chance. I mean, some of them don't even know what the laws are in our county, and it's important that they get to see and get help.
In addition, Teen Court also partners with the Department of Health and Human Services for mental health and substance abuse screenings to ensure offenders are getting all the help they need.
With that, we close this special edition of County Report this week. We will return in 2018 with more of the stories that impact you as a county resident. I'm Lorna Virgili, and from all of us here, we wish you a safe holiday season and a happy new year.